Welcome to Murders and Minivans, where the coffee is cold, the kids are wild, and the crimes are absolutely unhinged. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tali. Let's talk murders, motherhood, and why we trust absolutely no one. Okay. Now we're good. We're recording again.
Excellent.
As I was saying before
Happy
this
to be
recording got deleted, very layered case.
Very layered case?
Layered.
Oh, okay. I thought
Like
you said, weird and layered at the same time. Okay.
You know those my fat ass is going to relate this back to baking. You know those thin layer cakes?
Like tiramisu? Or
No.
trifle?
No, there's there's a cake called 1,000 layer cake or something.
Oh, yeah, it does have like
and they're
50
like
or
tiny,
something.
tiny
Yeah.
cakes. That's what this cake is. Or this case is.
I'm excited about the cake.
I'm like, should I make a cake?
Talk more about the cake.
So anyways, I did my best to try and make this as clear and concise as possible.
Excellent.
All right.
I'm ready to have my drinks.
Lori Vallow Daybell.
You don't say.
She was born Lori Noreen Cox on June 26th, a Cancer, 1973, in Loma Linda, California. Lori was raised as a Mormon, and she was born to Barry and Janice Cox. She had 3 siblings, so Barry and Janice had 4. Alex Cox, Adam Cox, Summer Shiflett, and Lori Cox. Barry and Janice spent decades fighting with the IRS over federal income taxes.
Oh, one of those people.
Oh, yeah. Court records show that in 2004, the U.S. government sued Barry and Janice, saying that they owed more than $300,000 in back taxes, and that the court ruled in the government's favor. Barry, Lori's dad, wrote an anti-government, anti-IRS book in 2019 titled How the American Public Can Dismantle the IRS.
Wow.
In this book, he argued that federal income tax is unlawful and calling the IRS an evil regime. Inside Edition, the news agency, did a review of the court documents describing Barry as believing that the IRS is a rogue agency and noted that he entered a plea deal in the late 1990s over failing to pay income tax.
Wow.
That has absolutely nothing to do with the case, but I like to look into people's upbringing because I'm like, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah.
And I found that little snippet is very interesting to me in seeing how she kind of develops as a person.
Yeah. Oh, because we had kind of talked about when you hear your parents talking about certain things, like you don't realize how much you internalize.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, she...
Stick it to the man.
Interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
A widely cited summary of Lori's background states that she grew up in a Mormon family. So she ended up growing up in Southern California and attended Eisenhower High School in Rialto. She graduated in 1991 when I was born.
Wow. God.
You're not that much older.
I know, but it feels it when you say it like that. In my head, I'm still 26, which I am, by the way. So every time you remind me that, and I'm not used to being like the middle friend either. I'm always the youngest, so this is
Same.
very
I'm always the youngest.
Well, of course you are, but this is a very different dynamic for me.
Okay, so former friends have described her as, and actually everybody describes her this way. Can you guess the first word that's going to come to mind?
Is it charismatic?
It's charismatic.
Oh my God, no way! I'm learning.
I know. I'm like these charismatic sons of bitches.
What if I didn't say charismatic? You'd be like, I guess this is over between us.
Charismatic, attractive, popular, very involved in the LDS culture. And we're going to go into, again, I tried to stick to the timeline here as much as possible, starting with how she grew up.
Excellent.
We're going to go into her husbands because she's had several.
Okay. Good for her. It took a while for one to propose to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine multiple. But it's fine. Obviously,
Well,
crazy attracts. So
I always say that.
I need to level up. That's what you're saying.
Yes. So husband number 1 was Nelson Yanes. Can't find anything else on him except for that they were married in 1992, divorced shortly later. They have no children together. So that guy, see ya.
Yeah, peace.
Husband number 2 was Bill Laggiola. They married in 1996 and divorced in 1996.
Okay, slow down.
It might have been 1995. That might be a typo. But it was short. It was like 1 to 2 years.
Still short, yeah.
Yeah. Bill is the dad to Lori's oldest son, Colby Ryan. Colby is also a pivotal character, I would say, in this development. Not character. This is a factual story. She retained custody of Colby. So her and Colby grew up very close because she's a single mom after the divorce, and they moved around a lot because she was a single mom, had to make things work, and as such had to move around for work and whatnot. Colby would later, because he talks a lot openly about this, and there's a Netflix documentary on this.
Oh no, is that my homework?
No, but if you do want to watch it, it will be interesting to see how you view it after this.
Okay. Is this going to be a two-parter tonight?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Okay.
We'll see. He does remember this time pretty fondly when it was just him and her. He remembers her as like trying to be very fun, and he said that it was kind of like cozy almost because it was just them two, and though it was struggle, she was always there.
I get it. I think there's a certain kind of bond, like boy-girl mom. Not that there isn't with like girl moms, but there is a special kind of sweet connection with the firstborn boy mom. I get it. I had a boy too. That was
I
quite
wouldn't
sweet.
know. I'm just kidding. I
know
feel
what
very
sweet
bonded
is.
for both girls. Like I would say with the oldest, P.
Yeah, I don't know if it's boy girl or if it's just first and second, but I have bonds with both of them, but they're very different.
For sure, different bonds. Yeah.
So it could be first and second child.
Yeah. So yeah, they were very close. They ended up moving to Texas, and they met husband number 3, Joseph Anthony Jr. They married in 2001 and then divorced in 2004. Joe is the dad to Lori's second child, Tylee Ashlyn Ryan. She was born on September 24th, 2002. In 2006, after they divorced, Lori met husband number 4, Charles Anthony Vallow. Charles, listen, I don't know about the other people, and I'm just going off of Colby's account, and he's in the Netflix special as well. He talks very highly of Charles in comparison to the other. So Charles had children from his first marriage, but the children were older. But Charles was a very successful insurance broker or salesman. He kind of had his shit together, and he seems like a very nice husband. The way that he kind of was described is he would basically do whatever Lori wanted just to kind of like keep her happy. He really wanted to make her happy. He was raised Catholic. He converted to LDS for her.
Wow.
Like he kind of did. They had a very nice life together initially. They like their families blended well together. They were quite active. They were kind of enjoying their time together. And then in 2013, Charles and Lori end up adopting JJ.
Wow.
JJ was Charles's mom's brother's son.
Okay. So his nephew, kind of?
Like
no cousin?
Grand nephew? I don't know.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Charles' mom's brother's son.
Okay, so his cousin.
I don't know, because some, like in other resources, they said grandnephew. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know how
okay, so it was a distant relation that they adopted this boy.
Basically, the boy became a ward of the state. JJ became a ward of the state because the parents were unable to take care of him.
That's
Then when the family got wind of it, Charles's dad and mom initially took JJ, and then they had asked, either they asked Lori and Charles, or Lori and Charles asked
to take him.
Yeah, something like that. Either way, JJ ended up in the care of Charles, blood related, and Lori, not blood related.
Okay. Interesting.
JJ had autism. I think pretty severe. Like not, I wouldn't say like level 4, like nonverbal or anything like that, but like behaviorally.
Like moderate. Okay.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Lori, by all means, idealized her relationships and became committed very fast. I think we all know girls like this.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah. So in 2017, Lori became very obsessed with a podcast called Preparing a People.
I've never heard of it.
Preparing a People was a podcast that was about prepping, and it delivered deliverance-style LDS adjacent sermons, news. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was quite a religious.
Some might say.
Yes, like it was very religious. They really honed in on like this prepping, and that the end was nigh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The podcast had conferences and LDS apocalypse literature.
Wow. That is not where I thought this episode was going tonight.
Oh, you will not know where this episode goes.
Okay, yeah.
It's fucking bananas.
Interesting.
Be your own religion. Do what you want to do. And I think it's interesting that each religion has these, like, extremist sects of each religion.
Oh, okay.
Where there's, like, LDS is like, oh, the end is nigh.
Oh, did you?
Christian sect.
Okay, sect.
Not sex. Sect.
Okay, like, this is... Okay.
You're like, where the fuck is this going?
I don't know.
Sect.
So many different sexes here.
SECT.
Sorry.
No. You're going to have to leave this.
I was like, great. I need you to go back. I think I missed something.
You, a smut reader? You're blushing.
I'm also very hot. I might turn off the fire soon.
Oh, it's so cozy.
Okay, I'm happy you're cozy. I will leave it on there.
Well, you can turn it off.
But it was...
That is very funny. Sect.
Maybe there were clear gender roles and you just used the wrong word. I'm glad we talked about it.
Yeah. No, I could see the confusion in your eyes there. There's always like a crazy area of a religion.
Yeah, I agree. There's often, and often like the top goal is to always reach enlightenment. Like there's these tiered like rewards almost. So yeah, most follow the same patterns. I would agree with you.
Yes, there's always an extremist view, and I would say when there's people that want to attack a certain religion, they're like, well, look at this, and I'm like, okay, that's the most like insane,
most extreme. Yeah, that's not a fair snapshot of the average churchgoer.
Yeah, and so in saying this, we are not judging anything.
No, you do you, friend.
Investigators mark 2017 as the start of her believing in portals, past lives, and the idea that people can be possessed.
Like I've known a few hippy dippies that have talked to me about portals, which is why I don't like mirrors in my bedroom. So like we'll go on.
Well, I like portals too, like in a cutie, like witchy way.
Yeah.
But like I think she believed in them in like a life altering way.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued. Interesting.
So, yeah. In April 2018, her third husband passed away from a heart attack.
Wow.
She ended up getting an insurance settlement from him. It wasn't much. It's like about $50,000.
Yeah.
But it was enough to kind of, I think Lori ended up paying for Tylee to go to some sort of school.
Yeah.
She said, allegedly, it was given to Tylee. Keep this in the back of your mind.
Okay.
In October 2018, Lori went to an event for this podcast for Preparing People. So keep in mind, at this point, she's still married to Charles.
Okay.
Lori had admired the books that Chad Daybell.
Okay.
So I tried to keep this as concise as possible, but I'm seeing here. So Preparing People was... Chad Daybell was like a frequent guest speaker, or he hosted a part of it. It's kind of hard to find because after this all went down, the podcast collapsed.
Oh, wow.
Or not collapsed or shut down. But
can you still listen to old episodes?
I don't know. I tried to look, but I couldn't find anything.
Oh, if you couldn't find it, I'm not going to look.
Yeah.
You'd look harder than I would.
Basically, how this all is playing together is, so she goes to an event for the podcast and she sees Chad Daybell. She is introduced to him because she had admired his books, and there was like a mutual friend there that was like, oh, hey, this is Lori. Lori, this is Chad. She really admires your book. So he wrote a lot of books about the end times. He said that he had premonitions about when Jesus Christ is going to come back to earth. Yeah. After they met, their communication escalated quickly. They began to text and meet, and this kind of marked a very clear turning point in Lori's trajectory. So her involvement with Chad and his teachings super intensifies after this. According to prosecutors, after this meeting, the two began to share and reinforce their fringe beliefs, reincarnation, quote, zombies, unquote, and apocalyptic end times. That later formed as part of the motive in these murders. Lori was still married at the time to Charles Vallow. Chad Daybell was also married to Tammy Daybell.
Okay.
So they were both married. They were both texting each other frequently and talking. Allegedly, they hadn't crossed the line while they were married, but it was definitely an inappropriate relationship. Like, they were just spending too much time together, whether or not they were having sex or, like, whatever. I don't think any woman would want her husband spending this much time with another lady.
Fair. I feel bad if I text Brian about, can the kids have a play date at the park?
Which, like, I don't care about, but, like, it's...
I know, but still, I feel like,
But, like, they hung out all the time. Chad would tell Lori, you know, we've been married in previous lives before.
Ugh. What a line.
Icky.
Yeah. It's not a good line.
Yeah.
Gross.
So, again, their meeting predates the divorce filings and their children's disappearances.
Children's disappearances.
So.
Oh, no.
So, after meeting Chad, she stops sleeping full regular nights and reads Chad's books nonstop. She tells her close friends that she believes that she has lived multiple past lives with Chad. She is saying now that she is receiving personal revelations and that the world is ending soon. She claims that she is chosen by God to help gather 144,000. So what this is they had believed that there was only going to be 144,000 people that were left at the end of the earth. And it was their, like, these were the chosen ones. So out of fucking 7 billion people, it was these 144,000 people. Only LDS, only white people.
Yeah.
And those are the people that are going to move forward and take the world on.
Sorry, is this
next.
Mormon? What is
Yeah,
this?
LDS, like Latter-day Saints. Is Mormon,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
She and Chad began to privately discuss who they viewed as light and who as dark.
Wowzers.
By January of 2019, Lori begins to claim that she is a translated being who cannot die. She is on a mission to fight, quote, dark spirits, unquote. The end of the world is in July 2020. Insane timing. Yeah. Charles, her husband at the time, had been replaced by a demon, and he was of the dark spirit, nicknamed Ned or Nick Schneider.
She's really taking a leap here.
So in body cam footage and audio, Charles would tell the police that she called him Nick Schneider. But then in other sources, she says Ned Schneider. So, I don't know. He is a demon that is Ned or Nick Schneider. That is what Lori says.
Wow.
So there begins like a disconnect here with the marriage. So people who are dark, according to Lori and Charles, can become zombies and must be removed. So people often think that she snapped in 2018 when she met Chad, but there's interesting notes here that I don't see mentioned a lot in other podcasts. So in 2008, during her marriage to Joseph Ryan, she competed on the game show Wheel of Fortune and talked openly about wanting to be a translated being. After her divorce from Joe, she claimed God would soon call her to missionary work and that she wouldn't have to worry about mortal concerns. And friends frequently reported that she said, "I'm too righteous for this world."
Holy moly. I'm so Looney soon.
So Charles files for divorce.
I would say.
He had noticed the decline, and at first he was supportive of her taking LDS more seriously. Because like I said...
You try to. You try to support your partner. Yeah, fair.
But as she further went down into this...
Psychosis?
I wrote psychosis.
Okay, I knew you were going to use that word. Like that word.
I don't want people to get mad at me for that, but if you listen...
It feels psychosis adjacent, at least.
So he had made concerns about this to police. So in February 2019, Charles had filed for divorce, citing threats to his life.
Holy moly.
She had also taken $35,000 from his business account, and he was unable to pay his employees for that paycheck, or that payroll.
Ooh.
And Lori told him that he was possessed. And she had made threats to his life. Like, to him.
Yeah. So she took his money?
Yeah. So Charles requested a mental health evaluation, which is like pretty standard, I guess, in these contentious divorces, on Lori. Listening to the body cam footage of this is so fucking frustrating because this case is just like a series of events to me that could have been stopped if somebody here just did the right thing, but everybody consecutively did the bad thing.
Okay.
He had requested a mental health evaluation, and after what I say happens next, she goes to the cops, or maybe it was before. I'm sorry, the timeline is so messed up. But basically, she goes to the cops and she says, okay, so what about this like mental health evaluation? And she's like laughing and she's joking, and Tylee's there. And the cops basically say, you know, like, we're not going to come to your house and like knock down your door and make you take it. And he's like, he even says, he's like, if we come down or come to your door, like, you don't have to answer it.
Wow. Dummy.
And in this, she's like, she's charming. She's laughing and she's like, well, I don't know, like, I think I'm sane, whatever. Like, she's just, everybody was so shitty in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
On July 11th, 2019, Charles arrived at Lori's Chandler, Arizona home to pick up their son, JJ. The prosecutors claim that visit triggered this encounter. She claimed that Charles became aggressive and chased her and her brother, Alex. Her daughter, Tylee, got scared and went and got a baseball bat.
What?
She said Alex intervened and then shot Charles in defense because allegedly she said that Charles hit Alex, her brother, with a baseball bat. Alex, in return, shot Charles.
Holy moly.
Twice in the head, dead. Or chest. Head or chest. I'm sorry, I didn't write that down.
Well, he shot him twice.
Dead. Prosecutors would argue that this self-defense claim is false. They would point to forensic evidence that Charles was lying on the floor when the second shot hit and that he lay dead for a considerable amount of time before 911 was called and that the scene was staged.
Ooh, spooky.
How Lori tells it is she had asked, Tylee comes up with the baseball bat because she was afraid of Charles. After she left the baseball bat, Lori tells her to leave. Tylee comes back and JJ's in the car or something like that. JJ didn't see this happening, but she comes back and she sees Charles is dead. And she sides with her mom on this when the police are interviewing her. Lori is remarkably nonchalant when police are interviewing her. She's joking, she's laughing, she's like, oh, this is what happened. There's so much that you can unpack. So in order to not have this podcast be fucking 4 hours long, I won't go into detail, but basically this is just a nightmare. The motive, allegedly, Lori stood to benefit from approximately $1 million in life insurance from Charles. So she's the beneficiary. However, he had changed the beneficiary on his life insurance policy from Lori to his sister on February 19th because he thought that she was going to kill him.
What?
So Lori did not know of this. If you have a life insurance policy and you are going through a divorce, so if there's a life insurance policy on you and you are going through a divorce, and you change the beneficiary from your husband, wife, whoever, you tell them that you are changing the beneficiary. Because I bet you this probably, like, me, I don't know. No, he probably would have still died. but lots of things here. I'm like, if you had told her...
You changed it. Maybe she wouldn't have killed you for it.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Allegedly.
That is, I think, the biggest thing here, but at this point, I feel like Lori wanted to get rid of anybody that was in her way. There's also the religious and ideological motive where Lori and Chad believe that Charles was possessed by a dark spirit and considered him an impediment to Lori's mission and referred to him as a zombie in texts.
I freaking love this.
Yeah. So basically, Charles was shot. 911 call was placed about 45 to 47 minutes after Charles was shot. Charles's sons from the previous marriage were notified that their father passed away by Lori's text messages. Ooh. She literally texted them and said, hey, I'm sorry, your father's passed away. What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, I shot him.
They were not given details.
Ooh.
For 3 days and had to discover everything else themselves. The analysis of the bullet trajectories and the timeline were used by prosecutors to argue that the claimed bat attack self-defense scenario is inconsistent with the physical evidence. The cop who addressed this scene noted that Alex, the brother that said that he was attacked by the bat, had like a fucking scratch and he kept like patting it to see if there was blood and there was like nothing there. Like it was just embarrassing for him. Yeah.
Fake. Okay.
On October 2nd of 2019, a drive-by or sniper-style shooting occurred in Gilbert, Arizona, not too far from where she lives. This sniper-style shooting was targeting Brandon Bordeaux. Brandon Bordeaux is the ex-husband of Lori's niece, Melanie Pawlowski. The shot missed his head by inches.
Wow.
So who is Melanie?
Yeah.
You're
Go
wondering.
on. Yeah, one might ask.
So Melanie, like I said, is Lori's niece. She joined Lori and Chad's religious beliefs within months. She believed that Brandon, her ex, was possessed and dark. And after the attempt on Brandon's life, she fled to Idaho. She married a guy named Ian Pawlowski within 10 days of meeting him. Wow. Ian ended up secretly meeting with police and stated to them that she believed that her own children were dark and that they were better off if they died young.
Oh my.
And that Lori and Chad had loose ends that needed cleansing. The vehicle involved in the shooting of Brandon Bordeaux was a Jeep that belonged to Tylee.
Oh no.
Lori's daughter, before her disappearance. Lori's brother, Alex Cox, had searched, quote, before all this happened, how to load ammunition, ballistic trajectory calculator, and man shot in Gilbert. All right before and after Brandon's shooting. He
not only to get better with the internet.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, they look at this.
Yeah.
And
this is a quick, easy look up.
Yeah. I told Brian today, I was like, you know what? I can never kill somebody. Not that I wanted to, ever. I definitely can't now that we have a true crime podcast, because my internet history, I am probably flagged. I'm on some sort of list because I search
for sure
fucking obscene shit.
For sure. Even when I'm editing, I'm like, I need to like get clear on some of these things, and I Google them. So we're both on lists, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't kill anybody.
I can't.
It will directly be, it'll be the most obvious arrest.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
Well, it was her, very clearly.
She has a fucking podcast.
Yeah, all the evidence leads to her.
So it's like, that's obvious to me, but to some people who Google shit like this, I'm like, okay.
Did you not? It's very easy. You didn't even delete your browser history.
No.
Like that.
Even that doesn't do anything.
I'm not tech savvy, but I at least know how to do that, though.
Yes. So, by all means, if you're wondering to yourself, what the fuck, Alex? Why are you so obsessed with killing everybody that's involved in your sister's life? Let's unpack this for a second. He attacked Joe Ryan, her third husband, second or third.
57th husband.
In 2007 during a custody exchange. He has a history of telling multiple friends and church members that his purpose on earth was to protect Lori. He referred to himself as Lori's angel and warrior.
Oh, okay.
Freud would have a fucking heyday with this.
What's up? Yeah.
Prosecutors allege that this attempted murder was part of the broader conspiracy linked to Lori and her beliefs, eliminating threats to their mission. Now we're going to go into the disappearance of the children.
Oh, God. Gross.
From the side of the children's extended family, JJ's grandparents, so Charles's parents.
Okay.
They began to notice that JJ and Tylee were being kept away from them, or that contact had pretty much dropped off immediately. According to media coverage, they began to raise alarms when Lori said that JJ was either busy or away without explanation. There's a FaceTime call that they talk about in interviews where they're like, oh, hi, JJ. Here's the phone. Pretend you're on a FaceTime call, listener. And it's like somebody's trying to get his attention, like from up here, from behind the screen.
Yeah.
And he's like reading something, and he's like, I gotta go, and then hangs up. And that's the last time they ever talked to him.
Oh, no.
So it's like these FaceTime calls are being monitored, all of this.
Yeah.
The neighbors and acquaintances noted that after Lori moved to Rexburg, Idaho, because she moved to be closer to Chad Daybell.
Okay.
And Rexburg is where the 144,000 were going to live. What the fuck is special about Rexburg?
I don't know.
Sorry if you live in Idaho.
Witchy Stephanie's like ley lines? Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't either.
So they moved in 2019 and several observations were made. JJ was often seen playing outside unsupervised despite having autism and special needs. Lori told neighbors that JJ was, quote, a niece's drug baby, unquote, which appears to be false, rather than acknowledging his diagnosis or telling the truth about his actual circumstances.
That's so sad.
In late January 2020, the kids were missing. Nobody knew where they were, and Colby Ryan, the oldest boy, had like frequently called Tylee, texted Tylee. She wouldn't answer.
Oh.
Nobody was talking to him. He couldn't get a hold of JJ. He would call his mom and ask where JJ was, and there was nothing. So Charles's parents had called the cops and said all this. They had come to Lori's house and they had asked about where the kids were. And she would make up excuses all the time. Like, there was always this or always this. And then, like, they would go back to the house and then she'd be gone from that house. It was very suspicious. So she had moved to Rexburg in July 2019. I told you the timeline is all over the place. It's very hard to kind of... Because there's so many that, like, interject the timelines.
Yes. I can see the benefit of a whiteboard.
Yeah. So Charles's death in July 2019, she relocated with the children and her brother, being closer to Chad Daybell. Tylee's last confirmed sighting was September 8th, 2019, at Yellowstone National Park, where she was with Lori, JJ, and Alex Cox. September 20th, 2019 was JJ's last recorded school attendance in Rexburg. September 22nd, so she had actually gone after this and said that she was going to homeschool him and then unenrolled him. But then further, when they looked at her computer records and everything, there was no enrollment for him anywhere in anything. No homeschooling. There was no sign of him doing anything after this. September 22nd to 23rd, 2019, JJ is believed to have been taken upstairs by Alex Cox on the late evening of the 22nd. And the next day, he's absent from school. Lori informs school that he'll be homeschooled, and Tylee also becomes missing at this time. So their items were left behind in a storage locker that we're going to touch on later, and communication from Lori to the family became extremely evasive. So Kay and Larry Woodcock, which are Charles's parents, JJ's grandparents, asked police to check on JJ because they had not heard on him. And in one specific instance, Lori said JJ wasn't with her and that she was with a friend in Arizona. And she then, after the police left, she calls this friend in Arizona and says, "Can you please tell them that you're with JJ?" And she's like, "Well, I wasn't with JJ. Like, what are you talking about?" And then she called the police and told them the truth. Yeah. Kind of unraveling all of this. And then later on, there's actually you can hear the phone call because she taped the phone call. And you can hear her getting mad at her friend. You look so confused. I promise this will all make sense. Also to note, if you're wondering here about where the hell Chad's wife is in all of this, because she moved to Rexburg to be near Chad. Tammy Daybell passed away on October 19th, 2019 in Salem, Idaho. Initially, her death was ruled to be from natural causes.
Was she in her 30s?
Pretty young, yeah. So November 27th, 2019, Lori and Chad flee. Instead of helping police look for the kids, Lori and Chad abruptly leave their townhouse in Rexburg. Alex Cox and Lori's niece Melanie also leave town. And this is where investigators start to realize that something is seriously wrong.
I'd say.
Police return to the Rexburg townhouse. Lori and Chad are gone. The house is empty. JJ's medication is still there, which is concerning because he needed daily care. Yeah. Search warrants had led to several key discoveries. Investigators found Tylee's Jeep, which Lori said that she sold. JJ's iPad, which continued to ping near Lori's brother Alex's apartment throughout the night of JJ's last known sighting. Digital evidence showing that Lori never enrolled the children in school or arranged any care for them after. December 12th, 2019, Alex Cox dies. Oh, do we feel bad about that one?
I don't know. I feel like every death now, you're like, oh my God, what else bad things have happened?
Yeah. So Alex, Lori's brother and alleged enforcer, died on December 12th.
He wasn't old either. That's weird.
And that was later ruled a blood clot.
Oh.
With Alex dead, investigators lost the person believed to be directly involved with Charles' killings, Brandon's attempted shooting, and the children's disappearance.
Yeah, fair.
His death is not considered suspicious by medical examiners, but the timing is interesting.
Convenient.
This is just something that I found interesting. To me, not relevant really to the case. In his autopsy report, he had naloxone, like Narcan, in his system, which I was like, why? Because there's no opioids in his system. But sometimes, I guess, when police find somebody dead, they will administer naloxone just in case. Something to note here, in case you look at autopsy reports like I do.
Oh, yeah. We all do that in our free time. I'm always bored, and I'm like, you know what I should do? Look at autopsy
reports.
Yeah, no, top of my list. It's not on my list.
Remember how I said Joe Ryan died in April of 2018 after an alleged heart attack?
Yes.
And she got that $50,000. His death wasn't discovered until a neighbor complained of a smell and police entered his apartment.
Ew.
Alex, before all of this, had told friends that he wanted to kill Joe Ryan and he had tased him before. Investigators did revisit Joe's death, but decomposition prevented them from really like digging into it. But they did try to see if there was something else connected there. Because it was just weird.
Yeah, fair.
December 20th, 2019, police publicly announced that Tylee and JJ are missing. National media picks up the story. Photos of the kids are circulated. Lori and Chad's pictures are fucking everywhere. Everyone knows who these people are. Not you. You didn't.
Well, some people did, but not all of us.
Lori and Chad are located in Kauai, Hawaii.
Wow.
Just having a great time.
Oh, I wanted to go to Kauai, but now I don't think so.
No, you don't.
Okay.
They're sunbathing and shopping, having a great time. Newly married.
Ew.
I would like to keep a note here about how people found out that they were married, besides like the obvious records. Kay, so Charles's mom,
Yes.
somehow she went into her laptop, went to Amazon or something, and saw that it was somehow logged in to Charles's Amazon account. After his death, after his murder,
Yeah.
Lori goes and uses his fucking Amazon account with his credit cards and orders her own engagement ring and a ring for Chad.
I didn't know Amazon had ring.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just like the everything
balls
about
on
this
her.
woman shocks me to this day, even after all this research. I hate her so much.
There's not like a chance that she forgot she was logged in as her dead husband's
No,
account?
she's just a fucking asshole. I would love for her to listen to this one day in jail.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of scared
Oh,
of her
spoiler
now.
alert. They are hounded by reporters. The reporters are following them saying, "Where are your children? Are you not concerned where your fucking kids are?"
Some of us are concerned about where the kids are.
They were not. She just says, "No comment,
Oh,
no
God
comment."
damn, this is my nightmare.
January 25th, 2020. Idaho court orders Lori to produce the kids within 5 days. This means she must physically show the children to authorities.
Good.
Lori misses this deadline, gives no explanation, and stops all communication. This sets up her arrest warrant.
Fair.
While this is all going down, investigators find a storage unit that Lori abandoned. DJ Eaton, the owner of We Are Self Storage, says Lori comes in with a Hawaiian driver's license in 2019. There is several video recordings that I will try and post on social media of Lori, Alex, and Chad all going into the storage unit at separate times, individually and together. At one point, they're all carrying out totes or putting in totes. Inside of the storage unit was Tylee's photos, JJ's school binders, bikes, blankets, birth certificates, and toys.
No.
Yeah, fucked up. While Chad and Lori are being investigated, Tammy's body, Chad's wife, that was deceased suddenly, was exhumed. The exhumation and later autopsy revealed findings inconsistent with a simple natural death, which is what they originally ruled it.
Yeah.
The coroner noted a deep bruise on Tammy's arm, which was not documented in the initial review. Lung tissue showed pink foam, which is abnormal in a natural death, especially given the repeated scenario that he said, went to sleep with a cough. Almost everybody remembers Tammy's natural death, but very often forgotten is October. I told you, the timelines are fucking bananas. October 9th, 2019, before of this natural death.
Yeah.
A masked man dressed in all black shot at her in her car, and she calls the police.
Holy.
Chad later downplays it to friends and family, saying that it was just a paintball gun. 10 days later, she's dead.
Downplays attack on his wife. Really?
Even if it's a fucking paintball gun. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
He's so
Ooh, that's
icky.
pretty sus.
Yeah.
That's pretty sus.
Hawaii police arrest Lori on child dissertation charges February 20th, 2020. I just need to note here, I thought of Lori when COVID hit, because I was following this case, and I thought of her when COVID hit, and I was like, she probably thinks that the world is fucking ending right now.
Lots
Because
of people
COVID
did.
hit. Yeah.
Lots of people did.
And I'm like, this is only furthering her psychosis, which I followed along the trial and everything, and it for sure furthered her psychosis because she was adamant in what she believed.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people are. Neil and I used to have a cabin in a small lakeside community, and there was a family that was quite religious, and it was well known that they had a property that was off the beaten track, and they had bins of food stored Like, these people do exist, and it's...
No, I know, and it's just shocking. So charges include desertion of dependent children, providing false information, resisting orders, solicitation, and other warrants from Idaho. Chad is present at the arrest, but he's not taken into custody at that point. Lori was extradited to Idaho in March of 2020. Chad visits her in jail frequently and continues to support her. Meanwhile, 3.0. The search of Chad's property. On June 9th, 2020, investigators executed a search warrant at Chad Daybell's property in Salem, Idaho, in Fremont County. The search was prompted by cell phone GPS and digital forensic data showing that Lori Vallow and her brother Alex had visited and moved about that property in the time just after the children's disappearances. Investigators excavated a part of the property's pet cemetery area.
Ew.
So where had they had buried animals.
Yeah. Birds. Dogs. Cats. Fair.
A
Don't like where this is going.
Oh, yeah. So a section where Chad's animals, cats, dogs, had previously been buried. The area was then repurposed for human remains. I'm so sorry this part is awful, but I tried to keep it brief. Tylee Ryan, so her second oldest child, her remains are found in a dismembered state. Bones are broken. Bones were broken. Hands had been removed. And other remains were burned.
That's horrendous.
This is compressed, and I tried to not include as much detail. So you can only imagine. DNA from Tylee was found on a pickaxe and shovel sieved from Chad's property, linking the weapon tools to the crime. Due to the condition of the remains, the medical examiner declared her cause of death a homicide by unspecified means. Because was it the pickaxe? Was it something else?
Yeah, you didn't know what killed her. Oh gosh, that's sad.
It determined the dismemberment and burning prevented determination of exact mechanism of death. JJ's remains were found wrapped in plastic and duct taped, buried under rocks and wooden planks in a shallow grave on the property near a pond.
Jesus.
The forensic examiner determined his cause of death as asphyxiation. He had a plastic bag and duct tape over his mouth and nose. Investigators found Alex Cox's fingerprints and Lori Vallow's hair inside the plastic/duct tape wrapping around JJ.
Jesus.
At this time, there was a text, and I couldn't get the text, but Chad texts Tammy before she dies, and he says, because remember, she dies in October of 2019, last confirmed sightings around September of 2019. He says, I found a raccoon, and I shot it, and I killed it. I'm now going to go take it to the pet cemetery. And it was like this weird, when people lie and they like over-explain something.
Yeah, give you too many details.
He sent this text to her, and he was like, so if you're wondering what's going on at the pet cemetery, like that's what's going on. So this happened while she was there.
Oh, that's awful.
Jesus Christ. So, immediately following the discovery of the remains, Chad Daybell was arrested on June 9th, 2020, charged with destruction, alteration, and concealment of evidence, 2 felony counts, related to finding the 2 sets of remains. In May of 2021, he was indicted by a grand jury for first-degree murder in the deaths of Tylee, JJ, and Tammy Daybell.
Wow.
This discovery transformed the case from missing children to triple homicide, I guess. And investigators treated the children as dead and used murder statutes rather than merely missing children laws.
Yeah. Fair.
So the location of the remains on Chad's property, together with the state of the remains and the tools and forensic evidence, formed a core part of the prosecution's case, showing premeditation, concealment, and coordinated wrongdoing by Lori, Chad, and Alex. They also said that because he buried them on the pet cemetery, is the concealment. That's the concealment part of the charges.
Good.
And the key link was the ping of Alex Cox's cell phone at the property on the morning after Tylee was last seen, and again after JJ's disappearance, establishing presence at the burial site timeframe. The children's disappearance had been dismissed by Lori and Chad for months, but the discovery forced the transition into the homicide charges. So the trials were split. Lori was found guilty in 2023. Later that year, Chad is also found guilty, and he's sentenced to death.
Wow.
Now, where's everybody now? Colby Ryan. Colby talks a lot on the Netflix podcast. He talks a lot on the Dateline podcast. I think this is how he heals. Colby has spoken publicly about his experience. He appeared on a panel at CrimeCon in 2025 and mentioned receiving a message from his mother while she's in prison. There's like recorded phone calls that you can listen to of them.
Oh, I don't think I want to watch those.
It's fucking wild. This woman is... I feel very badly for everybody in this case that is still alive.
Yeah.
Except for Melanie. According to a 2025 report, Colby has been working to rebuild his life. Because imagine, his mom, his dad, his stepdad, his brothers and sisters are all dead. He and his wife, Kelsey...
How did he get out? That's amazing.
He said after she started going like down this weird religious psychosis wormhole that he basically just was like, you know what? I have to focus on me.
Yeah.
Like, there's only so much I can do here to help. And she keeps moving around because she actually didn't tell him that she was going to Rexburg. She just said, I'm going somewhere cold.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
Like, because he was getting frustrated too. So Colby has been working to rebuild his life. So he and his wife Kelsey are expecting their third child, a son, and he continues to speak about the impact his mother's crimes have had on him.
Wow. Well, good for him.
Yeah, and
Makes
he gave
him
a victim impact statement at her sentencing as well.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah. Chad's kids.
Oh, buckle in.
Chad has 5 kids.
Good for yeah. Wow.
Garth, Seth, Mark, Leah, and Emma. 2 of his children, Emma and Garth, testified at his 2024 to 2025 trial defending his father's innocence.
How?
They said in the Netflix documentary, they're like, no, he was convinced and he was conned by Lori. This isn't something that my dad would do. Like, they had his fucking back. Which, like, as a parent, obviously you want, but if I do something this horrible, I don't want my kids to have my back.
No,
I want you to fucking call me on my shit. Like, this is a level of delusion.
Yes.
Emma reportedly lives with her husband in the former Daybell home.
Wow.
But, like, your fucking mom died there, and like, there's kids that were buried there. What the hell's the matter with you?
Get out of that house.
Light it on fire.
Yeah.
The children have largely remained out of the public eye, but again have stated that their father was manipulated by Lori and was not the mastermind. It doesn't fucking matter.
I feel like he's probably a good teammate.
It doesn't matter. And he wrote books about the end times, and he told Lori that they were married together in previous lives. I'm sorry. I feel very strongly about this case. But what the fuck what are you on?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I have very strong, feelings about this case as well. And I just don't,
So, Chad's children, many living private lives, but some involved in the criminal proceedings, are not charged with any crimes, as far as the public have known. And that is the case. There's a very compressed case of Lori Vallow and the murders of Tylee, JJ, and her husband Joe, and Charles, and fucking every, like, attempted murder of Brandon. This is the story of all of those victims. This case is bananas. What are your thoughts?
You really delved deep into the religious psychosis this week, didn't you?
Yeah.
I find it very interesting. I enjoy these ones because they're so psychological. I find it interesting when people really just go with it. Like, I don't believe in anything strongly enough to justify my bad behavior. I guess the psychology of this is so interesting. Like, how do you make these leaps? And then I don't know what break in your relationship that you send your children to these. Like,
I don't know.
So I just don't. I can never. There are certain situations where I can never put myself in the place because I just don't understand. I don't know how you could ever get there.
It took seemingly nothing. And again, we are people of, like, normal mental health ish.
Like, we all are shit, but also, like, I'm not psychotic.
No, it took her literally nothing to classify her kids as dark beings.
But then to lie about it too and say, "Oh, I'm going to homeschool them." No, she fucking killed her kids.
Yes, and this is the thing. And so she had promised that they were alive and that we would see them. And, like, even her family was like, oh, fuck, like, maybe they're in a bunker somewhere. Like, they were really holding out hope that they were just in a bunker somewhere playing video games. I don't know. Like, what I mean by it took nothing is, so Tylee sided with her mom pretty much on everything and, like, had her mom's back the entire time. And, of course, you remember being a teenage girl. There comes a shift where you're like, oh, actually, like, you're fucking annoying. It doesn't matter who your mom is.
I remember the shift. Like, I could tell you, I don't know the date, but I remember the day that it happened. Like, I can put myself there easily. And it's just the shift between, towards independence, I would say. You're like, oh, okay, well, this is where we end. Yeah.
Yes,
Our
exactly.
relationship shifts, I would say.
Yes. Oh, that makes me so sad.
Like, I don't want it. But Eve rolled her eyes again at me today. I'm like, oh, there it is. And I think she grew. Because at bedtime, she's like, Mommy, can you massage my legs? They're sore.
Oh, growing pains.
Girl.
Yeah.
Someone told me you don't remember them. And I'm like, I vividly remember
I don't
growing
remember
pains.
mine.
What?
Yeah.
You never had, like, aching legs?
No.
That amazes me.
P has them all the time. That's very funny.
S and E both have them.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, that was like her growing to a teenager and like talking back, doing whatever. That's all it took. Like it wasn't even anything substantial. Like she probably fucking rolled her eyes at her or something.
Probably.
Or questioned something that she did, as a teenage girl would do. And in Lori's case, fucking rightfully so. Jesus Christ, no pun intended. But like, what the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah.
So that's all it took. JJ, one of her friends, would be over, and like JJ again is autistic, and he would be like, I don't know, running around, okay? And she'd be like, do you see that? Do you see that? That's a dark spirit. No, that's a fucking kid. Number one. Number two, it's a kid with autism. And then she would say later on, oh, he was climbing the walls, he was climbing the cabinets. It's only demons do that. No, like what? I don't understand it. I don't get it either. Like it's, I think about this case too much, but this is one of them that I need to tell you about.
No, I find it amazing how you, like how a human being takes those steps to get there too. So like I'd be interested to see your psych evaluation. Like what happened?
She was fit to stand trial.
That's amazing to me.
Well, I think that she has a level of narcissism that is going to be studied later on.
Yeah.
Because even when she gets fucking mad at like her Zoom trials, and she's like, if you watch her trial coverage and stuff, she gets mad and she calls people out, like people who are there with like degrees in law. And like she calls people out and she tells them that they're wrong, and she gets grumpy at them and gives attitude, and like she just thinks that she knows everything. And people say that she's pretty. I don't know. Because I know what she did, I don't think she's pretty anymore. But so it's funny because like she clearly put in a lot of effort in maintaining herself, and now that she's in jail, she looks like shit. And I hate talking about women's appearances, but fuck you, Lori, you look like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair.
And I hope that she's getting treated so horribly in jail. Because anybody who hurts kids, they're not going to take kindly to you in jail. But yeah, I hate her. I hate her so much.
I just don't know what happened in your life that led you down this path. What dark trauma did you not recover from that led you down this crazy path?
I don't know. This is just, it's insane. And I think that on some level, people have, there's like a saying, or a theory, like, are you born a psychopath? And then does something in your life trigger it, and then it awakens?
Yes. Okay.
Or are you bred into being a psychopath? Like, what is it? And I think in her case, she was born a fucking psychopath. And I think that this event, like her finding out this podcast and these books and everything, just triggered her psychosis. I don't know.
I almost think it's fear. Like everybody wants something to believe in, and if you want something so bad and you have nothing else going on for you, you're like, I guess this is it. This is the thing that I believe in.
Why hurt your kids though?
No, I never. Yeah. There has to be some sort of disconnect there that you just separate, which I cannot understand.
No, I don't get it either.
I will never forgive crimes against children. There's no justification that could ever justify.
No.
Never.
And I think that she uses an excuse almost. For sure, because I think she just wanted to start over with Chad and have this happy life. And I think that she saw everybody as an obstacle. And anybody that presented any sort of difference of opinion to her, thoughts and beliefs, they were of the dark energies or whatever, and they were demons or whatever. And that's kind of what she uses as an excuse. That's what I think.
Ugh. Gross.
Well, sorry for ruining your day.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be our closing tagline.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for ruining your day.
There you go. Maybe you heard it here first. Sorry for ruining your day, listeners.
I don't know if that's where we're ending, but sure. We'll end
For
with
now.
that this
We'll
week.
see. Okay.
We should almost do a poll. They can vote on our outros.
Our 10 listeners.
Yeah. Sorry for ruining your days. Option number 1.
Yeah. Or, okay, bye.
Bye. I do that to my kids now.
Bye.
They're like annoyed by it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Follow us on Instagram, like, subscribe, all of the things.
YouTube.
Please help us.
Turns out that's more popular than we thought it was.
Yeah, fuck, who knew?
Not me. Brian
knew. We'll never tell him unless he listens. This will be a test if he listens to the end of the podcast.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
know.
Does he shut us off?
I feel like he probably does.
We're about to find out.
We'll see. Okay, bye. Sorry for ruining your day.